My journey in Pattaya felt like finding a small but powerful clue. What I learned about the Songtao hinted at something even bigger. A philosophy of upcycling and respect for materials ingrained in Japan for centuries. I've been thinking about mottainai, a beautiful Japanese word I've discovered. It's a philosophy of not letting anything go to waste. This spirit brought me to Ichinomiya in Aichi, a region known for its pride and craft. Here, something truly remarkable is happening. Canale Japan, a local textile manufacturer, is using classic looms to weave new life into discarded automotive materials. Konnichiwa!
Konnichiwa! I'm Mai Kato. I work for Toyota Motor Corporation as a color material finish designer. I design textile for automobile and also exterior colors.
Oh, I'm actually curious to know, how was it that you got interested in working with Canale Japan?
After I came here, I kind of fell in love with their machines and textiles.
I noticed a lot of the old and beautiful machines, and I was actually wondering why you're working with those particular ones.
Because they can deal with very creative yarns, which the latest weaving machine cannot deal with. Their machines are owned by old generations. Canale Japan decided to buy their business and then preserve the technologies and also the technicians.
So why do you believe it's important to not use new materials and focus on upcycling?
I think it's our responsibility. We design car textiles, but some reasons we have to discard those materials. But we still believe they're beautiful. So we would love to update the value of the textile to something else.
Would you say that this is somehow inspired by Japanese culture?
Yeah, there is a word mottainai in Japanese. Mottainai means too wasteful, and then there is things that we can still use, but then sometimes we throw away. How do you feel? I think that's the feeling of mottainai.
I would be very sad because we never should waste. How do you see mottainai apply to upcycling?
We try to use as much as possible of the wasted materials into our upcycle project. We already introduced leather pen case or card case, and also from airbag we made tote bag, and we also use the seat belt for the tote bag.
That's so awesome. It's creative, it's functional, it's upcycled. This is so interesting. What is this weave?
This is Sakiori technique. This technique can be made on Canale Japan's machines. So yeah, we decided to work with them.
That's amazing. What kind of products are you going to be making with this fabric?
We're going to develop a pillow cover, and then right now we're testing different executions to find the best outlook.
Konnichiwa, Dachi-san.
Konnichiwa.
What is the role of Canale Japan's craftsmen in the process?
Oh, they interpret my imagination into the real textiles.
先織りっていらなくなった織物、捨てられるものってたくさんあるもんで、やっぱり少しでも新しいものに生まれ変わるっていうやっぱり作業をしていくと、またその先に次につながる新しいものが生まれてくるっていうふうに考えておる。
昔からある技術なんですけど、それを今のファッションにうまく取り入れてやってらっしゃるのが足立さんです。で、私たちの今回の取り組みも車のテキスタイルをこちらに織り込むっていうことをやっていただいています。
こういう技術そのものは実際どう伝えるかっていうのはあると思うんですけど、若い人にどう伝えていくか。だから今この会社でもやっぱり若い人が入ってくれて、それを技術って体で覚えるっていうのか経験、これを重要視してやってると思います。
I feel that you truly believe that in order for sustainability to work, it really has to be beneficial on so many levels.
When we think about the end, right now we're generating the waste. That is the reality. When we start engineering, we have to admit that kind of fact and then start to think about allocation of the materials, how to use the material, what types of the material.
Are there any other products that you're currently upcycling and creating?
Yes, we're spreading the partnership in Miyagi Prefecture. We're upcycling automotive glass into glassware.
Waste is never wasted if we don't waste it.
Yeah.
The idea that the waste from cars can find a new life in such a creative form is beautiful. Thinking about not just how things begin, but how things end. For sustainability to work, it has to be more than a noble act. It has to create something valuable for both people and the planet. And that's why my journey continues to Miyagi. I need to see this final transformation for myself, to witness the artistry of upcycling discarded automotive glass into glassware.